Okay, this is Bad X. This is the third video on how to back up Borderlands 2 save files. Now this video deals with reducing the size of the backup. Now I'm talking about the method I use. So we're going to go into Documents. Remember, this is Windows 7. Going to go to My Games. Now I want you to notice, okay, General Backup Cycle Level 50. If we go into Logs, just look how many there are. There's a lot of them. And a lot of dumps. So what I'll do is clean this stuff up. See, we can take a look at one of these launch backups. It has information that it may use later, but it doesn't have to have it every time it starts the game. Possibly just the last log. I mean, not even the last two. So what I'll do is, okay, there we go, that's selected. Push down the shift key. And let's go down here. Okay. Going to go up to, I'm going to keep all the files from 529 to 64. Now notice, I had the shift, I selected that top file, pressed down on the shift key, kept it pressed down, and then went down to the date that the last date that I didn't want. Now here's the first date that I do want. So all those files that are on top of this, I have no idea how many. There might be 1,000 there or whatever. I don't want them. So I'm going to hit delete. See, pretty good guess. 1,182. We don't need them on our hard drive. They're just taking up space. So they're going to the recycling bin. Okay, and we don't need all the dumps either. So 526, I selected that. I'm pressing and holding the shift key, and I'm going to go to the oldest one, that's last October, and delete that. And yes, it was a long time ago that I still had that dump in there, because this is a new technique that I started using. It was just taking too long doing the copy-paste thing, because I just had so many darn files, and they were taking up too much space. So now you can see, now this launch, I don't know the difference between this and the other ones. It hasn't affected anything. That's just launch. Looks a little different. You can go through it. It probably constantly updates. Log file closed. It'll most likely update itself next time I play Borderlands 2, although I'm not using this. This is a general backup. It's not the Borderlands 2 file. Going back to My Games. Just want to check something. Now I did say copy and paste, and then you would have this guy right here, the backup file. I do believe there is a space between the S and the 2 here, Borderlands. It looks like a space. See the space? So you just can't type Borderlands 2. It's Borderlands space 2. So if it doesn't work, you might be bitching like, oh no, what the heck's going wrong? That's because you don't have, see there's a space there. I'm checking it out right now with the arrow key. So yes, there is a space there. So remember to put that space back in. Now, probably that information should have been on the second video, but I'm not remaking it. So hopefully everybody watches all three, or they could be pretty pissed off or turning into a raving maniac when it doesn't work. But you have to notice these things, and that is really not good programming convention. It's not good to use spaces. And you definitely couldn't use spaces with files on older operating systems. Some computers just don't like them, period. They do not want spaces. You can get yourself into a lot of trouble with spaces. I normally will use an underscore or hyphen or something. Okay, that concludes this third video. Hope you got something out of this series. Should watch all three. Thanks for watching.